Namaskar, Jai Hind friends. Welcome to Geopolitics with Anshu. Friends, the United Arab Emirates just handed New Delhi a major strategic opportunity to counter Pakistan's regional defense ambitions. But it comes with a hidden geopolitical price tag for Washington. For Pakistan, close defense ties with Saudi Arabia are a part of broader strategy to become the principal military partner for key Gulf states. The timing of this new development is critical. Just as Islamabad was trying to deepen its defense footprint in the Gulf through Saudi Arabia, India has opened a second strategic front with the United Arab Emirates. So, friends, let's look at the facts that broke over the past 24 hours. On July 15th, 2026, verified defense reports confirmed that the United Arab Emirates is in fast-tracked advanced negotiations to buy India's BrahMos supersonic cruise missile. You heard it right, my friends. And at the same time, Abu Dhabi is negotiating to acquire the Akash Teer air defense system. This is an advanced command and control network built by our state-run Bharat Electronics and alongside the Indian Army. So these negotiations come as India's annual defense exports have crossed the $4 billion mark for the first time. So this is far more than a simple business transaction. The implications are clear, my friends. India is actively positioning itself as an important security provider in the Persian Gulf. And by doing this, New Delhi is reshaping the strategic balance of the region. To understand why this is happening right now, we must look at the changing security environment in the entire Middle East. We all know that the region is facing severe instability. The recent US-Iran conflicts have seen direct missile threats to the Gulf states. And for the United Arab Emirates, protecting the Strait of Hormuz is an absolute priority. We all know this narrow waterway controls much of the world's energy supply. Almost 80% of India's energy requirements come through that way. So, if this is disrupted, global trade slows down. Every other day, ship originating from the United Arab Emirates ports are hit by the Iranian missiles. So, this is what we are experiencing right now. And when we talk of the United Arab Emirates, for decades, they have relied heavily on American hardware, deploying the Patriot missile alongside the third defense system. However, relying entirely on one supplier creates vulnerabilities. When a nation depends on a single power for its defense, its foreign policy choices can be constrained by diplomatic pressures or supply delays. The UAE's current strategy is focused on diversification. They want strategic autonomy. They want advanced defense networks without political complications. This is exactly why India has emerged as a key partner. Now, this brings us back to the evolving role of Pakistan in the Gulf. We need to look at how this deal alters the regional balance. Recently, Pakistan established a significant defense partnership with Saudi Arabia. As we noted, Pakistan's strategic expectations are very, very clear. Islamabad hoped to leverage its military relationship with Riyadh to secure long-term financial support and strengthening its political influence across the wider Arab world. Pakistan is almost on the brink of bankruptcy. It's a known fact. You can't deny it. At the same time, Pakistan tried to mediate between the Iran and US war. I don't know how much successful it has been because America has started bombing Iran again and Iran has started retaliation. So that's one part. I don't know how Pakistan has emerged as a mediator. That's the viewers to decide. But the Gulf is not a political monolith. Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates are deeply competitive neighbors. We all know. And this has been going on for quite some time. They compete for economic leadership, for tourism and regional influence. The moment Saudi Arabia deepened its ties with Pakistan, India recognized a strategic opening. New Delhi immediately engaged directly with Abu Dhabi by offering the BrahMos and the Akash Teer to the UAE. India is creating a powerful regional counterweight. While Islamabad is working to secure its position through alliance with Riyadh, India is injecting advanced high-speed strike technology into the United Arab Emirates. So India's countermove directly complicates Pakistan's broader plans, ensuring that Islamabad cannot easily dominate the security narrative in the Gulf. So now let's examine the reaction from the United States. Why is the United States unlikely to object to this major transaction? Standard analysis might suggest the United States would oppose a Gulf ally buying advanced weapon outside the Western alliance. This has always been the story because the West has always tried to dominate the Gulf states. But the actual strategic logic tells different story. Washington has little strategic incentive to oppose a defense sale involving one of its closest Indo-Pacific partners and one of its closest Gulf security partners. Why? I tell you, point well. First, the United States views India as an indispensable global partner, particularly as a counterweight to China's growing influence in Asia. Second is the United Arab Emirates remains a core security ally of the United States. So, when the United Arab Emirates buys weapons from India, it does not create a security risk for the West in the way a purchase from, say, China or Turkey would. So, it has nothing, there is no threat for the West. So, instead, what happens is this transaction creates a unique agreement. The UAE reduces its total reliance on Washington, which satisfies its needs for independence. At the same time, Washington sees a democratic partner, which is India, anchoring the security of the Persian Gulf. So Washington has nothing to worry about. And India is never a threat to any other Western country or even to the Gulf nations. I tell you. So it's a sophisticated diplomatic alignment where India uses Western strategic priorities to expand its own defense footprint. And here comes another point. There is another crucial layer to this defense deal, the role of Russia. As you all know, the BrahMos missile is a joint venture. It's co-developed by India's DRDO and Russia's NPO Machino-Stroyniknia. So, under the core terms of the joint venture agreement, India requires official clearance from Moscow before it can sell the BrahMos to any third nation. Geopolitical experts note that Russia is highly unlikely to present an obstacle to this deal. You see, the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war has also weakened Russia, and they also need friends across the world. Why would they want to stop this deal or stall this deal? Because the reasons are grounded in economic reality. And not only that, Moscow maintains strong diplomatic and financial ties with the United Arab Emirates. So, allowing the sale benefits Russia. It ensures Russian-owned technology becomes embedded within the defense ecosystem of a major Gulf economy. So, this arrangement also allows Moscow to maintain an indirect long-term presence in Gulf security systems, even as Western nations attempt to isolate Russian industries globally. So, this you can treat it as a backdoor entry into the Gulf. I am talking about the Russian hardware. So, India has effectively synchronized its policy with both Western strategic goals and Russian industrial interests to secure a major defense contract. Now, let's look at the broader strategic picture. For decades, India was viewed primarily as the world's largest arms importer. It was seen as a nation dependent on foreign technology to secure its own borders. Those days are changing and very fast, very rapidly. India is successfully transitioning into a significant global defense exporter. Now, by supplying the UAE with supersonic cruise missiles and automated air defense networks, New Delhi is taking an active role in shaping the security architecture of the Middle East. So, this deal suggests the arrival of a more multipolar Gulf where Asian powers play a direct role in protecting global maritime trade routes, which no one is talking about because the maritime trade routes has to be secured for the global economy to run. So now Pakistan's long-standing military relevance in the Gulf is facing a significant strategic counterweight. At the same time, Washington's long-term dominance in Gulf security is evolving into a shared security network. The long-term question is no longer just about trade volumes. It's about how deeply India's defense technology will integrate into the future security of the global energy grid. Friends, what are your thoughts on India's growing role as a defense supplier to the Gulf? How do you see this impacting the regional balance between India, Pakistan, and the Arab states? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel for more detailed geopolitical analysis. Share this video with global viewers, and I'll see you in the next video till we meet next time. Jai Hind, Namaskar.